Hey everyone, Sawmill Charlie. We're out in the bee yard and I'm getting ready to take my winter wrappings off of my honey hives. What I like to do is in the fall I wrap my hives with carpet on 3 sides. I know that the wind blows towards the backs of the hives throughout the winter, so I wrap them on all 3 sides, and it's not for insulation, it's more for a windbreak, and I hold them in place with ratchet straps. I also put pieces of coroplast, which is like plastic cardboard, where I slide them in underneath the screen bottom boards that I use to basically block the wind from blowing up into the hive and chilling the hive. Some people don't use that. Some people leave their bottom boards wide open. I just like closing them up, so it's personal preference when it comes to that. So where do I get the carpet from? I either run into a carpet layer and ask them whether or not they're tearing out any old carpet out of a house, and I tell them that I like to have usually stuff that is around 5 feet wide and whatever length that they can give it into me. Most of these here are 5 foot by 6 foot pieces of carpet that go from the ground all the way up to the top of the hive, so the wind is completely blocked, and then of course it wraps around either side, and then I hold the carpet in place with ratchet straps. So I'm going to go ahead and take a few of these off. I figured maybe you'd like to see that. Another thing that I also use, of course, I put entrance reducers in. Some people use hardware cloth for mouse guards. I came up with this idea here. It is a entrance reducer that has dado notches sawed into it, and the notches are 3/8 of an inch tall and 3/8 of an inch wide. That way when the bee goes in and out, it doesn't rub its back or its wings and damage the bee itself. I put 5 of them in there, and it seems to do quite a good job and keeps the wind down, of course, in this winter time, and it also keeps the mice out. I believe that the mice are not going to be able to squeeze down and get in through that little small hole. So I'm going to go ahead and take a few of these carpets off, and then we'll come back a little bit later. Here's the piece of chloroplast that I was talking about. It, like I say, blocks off the screen bottom board, and I believe it does help as far as trying to keep the hive a little bit warmer in the winter time. Alright, well, I'll finish the job up and then I'll take you down to where I have my nukes. I'm in the nuke yard portion of my apiary. To the right here you'll see the gray hay barn that we have. I placed these nukes here because of the barn. I knew that the wind would be blowing towards the backs of these hives throughout the winter time, and it was a great help if you had something to block that wind. So the barn really does a great job in doing that. I also use the coroplast plastic cardboards for the underneath, because all of my nukes have screen bottom boards on them, and I'm taking these out now because of it warming up. I also use the same style of mouse guard and entrance reducer. It does have the dado cut, which is 3/8 tall by 3/8 wide, so the bees don't rub their backs or their wings. On this one's a little different. I have a dado cut or rabbit cut here, and I designed this so when you push it into the entrance of the nuke, it pushes back and the box edge here hits this, and then it won't go all the way inside the hive like just a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch piece of wood does. I also put on the front of it a couple drywall screws. That way there is a pair of handles that when you're ready to remove these in the springtime, that all you have to do is grab the little screws and pull it out from the hive without trying to dig it out with your J-hook hive tool. So I hope this information and some of my designs might help you in your bee yard. So until the next time, please like, subscribe, and have fun with your bees.